Hello everyone. Today we're just going to talk about a few tools and functions that we can find within Google Drawing. And you know, whenever I open up one of my digital tools, the first thing I want to do is give it a title. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to call this test and I'm just going to press enter. By default, when we look at our canvas, you get this checkerboard canvas. But if you look down at the bottom right corner, you'll see some diagonal lines. Just go ahead and hover over that and you'll get the two-sided arrow. You can resize. This is just one way to resize, where you can get the portrait view, or you can resize it to whatever little funky view you like. But for today's purpose, I'm just going to keep it like kind of widescreen view there. But let's say I really don't want to look at these checkerboards that I get by default. You can either do a two-finger tap on your Chromebook, or you can right-click on a mouse and you can change the color to a basic white, change it to a nice, my favorite, rich purple, or you can just go back to transparent, because that's what I'm going to do for today's purposes, because I want my background to be an image. So I'm going to go to my menu bar, click on Tools, then click on Research, and my side panel opens over here. I'm going to change my filters, and I just want images, and I'm going to type in oceans. Okay, or ocean. And I'm just going to click and drag one of these lovely pictures over here. And once it populates, I'm going to remove this information here, which is okay for now. I want you to look at the anchors that you have, and that's just one way to resize your image, is clicking on those anchors. Alright, and this is going to be my background. Pretty cool, huh? Okay. And I'm going to close that out so I'll have a little bit more real estate to work with. I'm going to insert some word art. So I'm going to go to my menu, click on insert, and I'm going to insert word art here. And I'm just going to call this oceans. And the thing with word art, by default, you actually get this blue color, those black lines, and that's okay if that's what you want. But I think I might want to stand it out, make it stand out a bit, and just kind of move it up here to the top. Talk about oceans. Let's change my line color as well. Let's make it, how about just white? And I think I'm going to change the weight of it. It's already small. Okay, we'll deal with that. So we have that for oceans. Those are two tools we looked at. We looked at the menu bar, clicked on research, got an image, we looked at insert, we inserted some word art here, and you can also do a text box, but the word art allows you to be a little bit more creative. You can make that small, play with your anchors, resize it. Okay, go back to our original piece there. Let's go ahead and look at one more feature for this particular tutorial. Let's say you want to work with some shapes. Let's say you want to put a cylinder there. Just click and drag, alright, and I don't want my cylinder to be a yellow, so on my toolbar I'm going to click on my fill color, and let's say I want it to be gray, alright. Can I change the line color? Yes, I can. So let's change it to a nice darker gray, how about right there, alrighty. The other thing, well, I know I said one more thing, but let's look at banners in our shapes area. You will find that in your callouts. So if you click on your banner, you'll get the plus sign here. Just click and drag your banner. Let's say you do not want word art, you want to use a banner, and I'll just delete that, and then I'll move my banner up once I get my crosshairs that have the arrow on the side. Let's just double click in that space there, and let's call this oceans. Okay, let's go ahead and center the word oceans by clicking on my align tool here. And let's say I want to change the fill color of my banner. So I'm going to go back to my toolbar, click on fill color tool, and why don't we make that transparent? How's that? That looks okay. Alrighty, so you have those tools that you can work with. Let's change, how about changing the line color of our banner and make it a nice, how about a light gray? That'll work. Alrighty. So those are a few tools that you can work with within Google Drawings, and the only way that you're actually going to learn how to do anything well is by playing with it. So once something is selected, if you select a tool, you'll get this array of tools on your toolbar here. If you unselect it, they go away. So if you select it, you're going to be working with the tools for this particular object here. If I click here, these tools will make an impact on this object, okay? So if you have any questions, you know how to contact me, but have fun and play.